Police want access to cell phones of man charged with murder of Anissa Dilworth. Jamar Grant, the in-drive driver, charged with murder and kidnapping in connection with the death of University of Technology student Anissa Dilworth, appeared in court on a separate charge of failing to provide police access to his cell phones as part of the ongoing investigation. The police reported that they seized 2 cell phones from Grant during the investigation. The phones purportedly had information which can assist the investigation. The police went to court and were granted a production order against Grant, which requires him to provide access to the phones. He is yet to give the police access to his cell phones and was subsequently charged with failing to comply with a production order. In court, it was disclosed that one of the cell phones, an iPhone, can be opened using facial recognition. The police investigator told the court that the exhibit had been sealed and submitted for analysis. Grant's attorney, Davian Vassell, told the court that the police never gave his client an opportunity to unlock the iPhone, asserting that Grant has nothing to hide. Vassell told the court that Grant has an impeccable record and indicated that he would be seeking bail. However, the police argued that Grant should remain in custody for his own safety and claimed that his release could negatively impact the case. The presiding judge, Senior Parish Court Judge Tisri Elaine, asked the clerk of court for a subpoena, a senior investigator for the Police Communication Forensics and Cybercrime Division, to make the iPhone available for the next hearing. The matter was adjourned until Friday, July 4th, at which time Voss is expected to renew his bail application. On that same day, the murder and kidnapping case against Grant is to be called up in the parish court, with the matter expected to be transferred to the circuit court. Dilworth, a first-year pharmaceutical technology student, was reported missing on May 7. Her remains were found about 10:45 a.m. on Tuesday, May 17, by a security guard at a beach in Portmore who summoned the police. The scene was processed and subsequent DNA analysis confirmed the remains to be those of the missing student. Grant was later arrested, interviewed, and charged. From Audley to Audrey, Shaw bids emotional farewell in Manchester North East. Emotions run high as 3-decade Member of Parliament Audley Manadiad Shaw was lauded for his service to Manchester North East as he handed over to his successor, Senator Audrey Marks, to contest the next parliamentary election on the Jamaica Labour Party ticket. JLP supporters were overrun by emotions when Shaw entered the auditorium at Homewood Technical High School on Sunday afternoon. Shaw, who last year announced his exit from representational politics, was lauded by Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness for his contribution to the constituency and the party. Tonight is a very emotional night. I know as I observe the faces that there are those holding back the tears. There are those who understand the elasticity of nature at this time. There is a time and place for everything, stated Holness. First, let me acknowledge the work and contribution of a great Jamaican statesman, Audley Manadiad Shaw. There are no greater compliments than compliments that are paid by former adversaries. As you would all recall, Shaw and myself had run off, and Audley was a worthy component, a strong opponent, but Audley has a certain character about him, a certain spirit about him, a certain virtue about him, that no matter what you have to love Manadiad. Audley is not out of the game. He will be here to give us his incredible knowledge and wisdom. He will be around for you and for the young people to come into the party. I am happy to have Audley still with us supporting the effort of the Jamaica Labour Party, added Holness. Shaw is endorsing Marks, spoke of his twin sister, who has the same name as the aspirant, and thanked party workers for their support. She has the name of my twin sister Audrey, Audley and Audrey, 33 years as Member of Parliament, the longest serving Member of Parliament for the parish of Manchester, and I would not have done it without your help, he stated. Manchester North East, which consists of 3 divisions, namely Christiana, Walderstand, and Craighead, is again eyed by the People's National Party, with its representative, Wellington Wint, returning. Wint has twice contested parliamentary elections on behalf of the PNP. He lost each time. He was defeated by Shaw in Manchester Northeastern in 2011 and 2016 and by Zephyr JLP in St. Anne's Southwestern in 2020. Shaw evoked laughter from the audience as he recounted his loss in the 1989 election to businessman Calvin Lane, who served one term as MP in the constituency and 3 terms as council for the Christiana division. Shaw said that, having won all 3 divisions in the constituency in 1990, he prepared the JLP to firmly control the seat. I lost the first election in 1989 to an undertaker. The following year, I won all the parish council seats. So I said to Calvin Lane, "Let me make a deal with you. You take care of the dead, and Manayard take care of the living," he said. Transport Minister and Portland Western Member of Parliament Darrell Voss announced his desire to have the newly proposed Christiana Transport Centre to be named in honor of Shaw. "When we win the next election, whether I transport minister or not, because that is the prerogative of the Prime Minister, the transport centre in Christiana will be named after him and expanded. We must never forget the sacrifice of persons who give service to politics and in government," stated Voss. Grassroots businesses generate over 100 million in sales with support from SDC. Grassroots entrepreneurs, supported by the Social Development Commission (SDC) and Local Economic Development Support Program, have generated more than 100 million in sales over the past 5 years. This was disclosed by Director of Local Economic Development at the SDC, Avril Ranger, during a recent Jamaica Information think tank at the agency's television department in Kingston. "We have put on, over the last 5 years, over 400 activities that would have garnered sales in excess of 100 million for our local economic initiatives," stated Ranger. She explained that the sales figures are a direct result of sustained business development support, training and marketing access provided by the SDC through the leadership. The SDC has a whole suite of activities that we produce called economic villages, and also we participate in quite a number of business opportunity events which provide a platform for local economic initiatives to market, promote for sales, network amongst themselves, as well as giving them a platform for them to give for feedback from participants on how they can improve their products, stated Ranger. She pointed out that the economic village are market hubs that can host repeated activities that allows local economic institutions to sell and promote their goods on a continuous basis. It doesn't have to have a town center, but a hub has consistent traffic, people who will stop by, engage with, spend their money, and pretty much have a LEI's earning a livelihood on a consistent basis, she noted. She further informed that the Economic Village initiative evolved out of the need to go beyond one-day business fairs. She pointed out that each economic village reflects the unique character of its parish, adding the SDC provides full logistical support to participating LEIs, including tent tables, chairs, tablecloth, among other things. So far, we have 7 established, with 2 more to be established in this financial year, stated Ranger. So by the end of the financial year 2025-2026, we will have 9 active economic villages across the island. The parishes will have an economic village, or St. Catherine, Portland, St. Mary, St. Anne Trelawney, St. James, Manchester, St. Elizabeth, and St. Thomas, she added. Ranger further noted that the SDC has assisted LEIs in developing project proposals for grants. We have done over 165, with over 25 receiving funding from external partners to include Digicel, Food for the Poor, among others, she noted. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.